What's interesting about Facebook is that they have become like this news aggregator. So it allows you to, like you can do news feeds, you can read news on there. Obviously you've got your friend feed, but it's also linked in with like search engine optimization. So you can search on Facebook that pulls in stuff from the web. In terms of shopping, there's like Shopify plugins and all sorts of things that allow you to buy instantaneously through Facebook. And then with the video uploader, they really are trying to compete with other platforms that do something similar. And so the idea behind it, or the strategy, is that if you're on Facebook, you really don't have to go anywhere else. You've got your news feeds, you can search for things, you can buy things through Facebook directly, or you can watch videos, which is obviously quite a key thing for them to have, because video streaming is on the increase. So this is a very difficult question to ask, because there is no one blanket answer and it's not a simple yes or no. There are pros to YouTube and there's pros to Facebook, and there's cons to YouTube and there's cons to Facebook. Twitter's a completely different platform in that it's really good for event-orientated things. In terms of me tweeting about news events or an event that I'm actually at, that's where Twitter's really good. That 140 characters that they have is really what makes Twitter unique. So I don't think there's ever going to be a replacement, but if you're looking at full-on news articles, that's where you'd go to Facebook to read that, or you click on the full link. When we look at YouTube versus the Facebook video uploader, there are key differences. In terms of the Facebook video uploader, it just plays automatically, which is problematic in some regards, because it counts those plays or views whether you've chosen it, whether you want to press pause or not. So somebody could watch 5% of the video and it still counts those views. However, if you go into your Facebook Insights, it really breaks it down and says, so like X amount of percentage of people only watch 5% of the video, 25% of the video, 90% of the video. But that you really have to look for. So you can't just take the surface insights. Whereas YouTube, you still have to click on the YouTube video, you still have to watch it. And then YouTube, the way they generate the income is obviously off videos and things, off adverts and things like that, whereas Facebook hasn't implemented that yet. The question whether Facebook video uploader will eliminate YouTube is pretty much one still to be determined, because it's going to be interesting to see how they roll out their marketing model. Are they going to have something similar whereby people can be paid for their video content? Are they going to open up advertising in terms of in the same way that YouTube has, in terms of that video content before videos play? That's going to be an interesting conversation, and I think we'll only see that in 6 months to 12 months time. But currently they are. It sides in with Facebook's strategy. They want to become this all-encompassing aggregator, so you don't have to go anywhere else. And this uploader directly competes with YouTube. Whether it's going to eliminate YouTube is obviously yet to be seen. So when you're looking to leverage Facebook, currently the video uploader isn't being whittled down. It isn't on the same page as other Facebook posts where only a percentage of your audience sees it. Everybody will see it. So I think my advice would be to leverage that and put as many posts onto the Facebook video uploader to obviously get as much traction and gain a greater following. At this point, if they're not whittling it down, utilize that to your advantage. Does that mean you don't utilize YouTube? No, it means, nobody's saying you can't publish on both platforms. It just means utilize what you have at this point in time. When it comes to Facebook and understanding that they are becoming an all-encompassing platform, understand that, and when you create content for your business, your brand, understand that you can create this content on different platforms. So if you are a clothing brand, for example, it's really important to have a plugin in terms of Facebook that they could shop instantaneously. Then obviously utilize the uploader in terms of the video uploader, and obviously try and make sure that your news feeds are all in correlation. So really what you've got is, traditionally you make content for different platforms. Facebook is sort of becoming a conglomerate, or really bringing all of those platforms together in one. It doesn't mean that you now can just create one piece of content for Facebook. It means that this different content that you're creating for all those other platforms can now be incorporated purely on Facebook using these different tools.